Alrighty, so today is going to be everything about command. We're going to start from the beginning and make sure that everybody has all the similar pieces that you need to have set up and ready to go. So that way, when you get to the point, or if you're already at the point where you need command to be doing your follow-up and all that for you, we're going to get there and get everybody on the same page. So first and foremost, does everybody have their Keller Williams consumer app set up?
Yeah, not
Yes.
the Kelly app, but the other one, right? The red one?
Right, the one with
Yes.
the white block and the red KW letters.
Yes.
Perfect. Does everybody know how to go into the back end of the command system and change up the guides that also are linked to that KW command? I mean, KW consumer app.
Yes.
Yes.
What do you mean change them up?
Let me show you. I'm going to share my screen. There we go. Get rid of that one. Open this one. Can we all see my screen?
Nope.
It's skewed. It's skewed. Yeah, it looks like this, wavy,
Let's see.
like it froze or something. There we go.
There.
Yes.
Okay, that's
Much better.
that's
Okay.
an email. Okay.
So if we come in here to command,
Mm-hmm.
where I can see everything.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And we come up to our name. My apologies. We go to consumer. We're not going to go to the name yet. If you click
Okay.
on consumer, which is the bottom applet right here,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to take you into the back end settings in which you'll be able to change different things. Specifically, what we're talking about right now is the guide. Does everybody know where the guide is found in your consumer app?
It's in the app, but not in the back end.
I know, I've been there before.
Oh, I don't know,
Yes.
Arthur.
Okay, that's okay. So if we go to our consumer app on your phone, I'm pulling out my phone as well. You're gonna find the app. Let me find mine. Okay, so when you have the app pulled up, it's gonna be right here in the center in the middle.
Mhm.
And it's called Guides.
Yep.
Guides will walk you through, or walk you and or a buyer or seller through the entirety of the transaction based on information that you put in there. Now, the information that's already there is great information, but it's all customizable. Oh, my bad. Did you guys see what I clicked? I guess I should explain that. If you're under consumer, then you come up here to the top where it says Guide Builder. Guide Builder is going to allow you to make any adjustments or changes to the guide that's in the consumer app.
Mm-hmm.
So right here, it's the exact same thing, buyer or seller, that we just looked at in our app. So if I double click my buyer, here comes all the information. That's start your search. Where can I afford? Get pre-approved, tour homes, make an offer, execute contract, home inspection, home insurance, home warranty, and close. Now, some transactions, depending upon the speed in which you're going to close, may have more categories or less, depending upon what's happening. So all of these are completely customizable. You can just grab them and move them, and then add more or add less, change the concept information, change the imagery, and really completely go in here and customize it, just like we do the listing presentation and the buyer presentation. Does that make sense to everyone?
Yes.
Yeah. And also too, when you click on it, you get more, it drills down and you get more information. It's really good.
Right, exactly. You're able to come in here and customize all of this information based on what you want.
So Arthur, how do you add something that's not there? Or if you remove something, deleted a section, how do you add it back in?
Well, two ways. At the bottom, you would come here to click add a step, and then it just walks you through, just like most everything else, for adding a contact, adding a smart plan. It gives you the basic information, and then it will allow you to completely come in here once you've created it and customize it like this on the side. Now, if it's deleted, let me see here. I want to say that there is right here, preview smart step workspace.
Mm,
Well, it's not doing what it's supposed to do. This is where all of these plans that are the basic plans, and I say basic because it just walks you through step 1 through step 7. But as we all know, those of us that have had some closings in the transactions, sometimes it's a little bit more than 7 steps. Sometimes it's a little bit less. It just depends on your transaction. So to answer the question, if it's been deleted, there's not a way to specifically put the one that's there back, but we can always come to me or to one of our other agents and just replicate and duplicate what's already in their guides, because they initially start out all the same until you get in there and start customizing.
Okay.
That makes sense?
Yes.
Awesome. Okay.
yes, sir.
I have my video up at the very top, so I can't really see you guys. So definitely chime in if you have a question or something that needs to be said. Secondly, again, if we go back into not consumer this time, we're going to come up over here to where your name is located on this top corner up here. Click on
Arthur?
it.
Okay, so you're moving on. I have a question on this. So when we have this buyer's guide the way we want it, how do we send that to a client? And do they get the whole thing, or do they get pieces of that as time goes on?
Well, this one that we're looking at right here specifically, if once you've come in here and you've done all these changes, you can save changes and it automatically changes the guide that's in your KW consumer app. Now,
Right.
ideally, you've already got the consumer to have bought in and they're utilizing the app, so then you can just remind them that you've adjusted some of the steps in their guide and they can go in there and follow along with where you currently are. It's
Gotcha.
not going to be like a real time where it's connected to your opportunities, but you can speak to them like, hey, we're here in step 3 right now. I'm working on whatever you're working on, and this is the part of the process we're currently at. So they can, in essence, follow along with you in their KW consumer app.
Okay.
Awesome.
Thank
So
you.
now we're going to come up to the top section over here where our name is located. We're going to give it a nice little click and then come down into settings. For those of you that have already had a tech meeting with me, these are definitely the first things we go through. But now that I have more people online right now, we're just going to go through them again just to be sure everybody's on the same page. So let's go in here to global settings. I believe that's where it's located, or not. It's under content settings or connect settings, marketing profile. Is everybody right there?
Yep.
Cool. So let's click on our marketing profile. Now, when we come into the marketing profile, everything that we use command for, whether it's a design, a template, any of those things where it pulls our information, which is our image, our brokerage, our contact information, and all that good stuff, this is where it needs to be correct. Otherwise, when you're branding your site, like right here where this little toggle switch is on, it's going to be incorrect. Does that make sense? Okay.
Yep.
So let's go through, and it's very, very important. I can't even stress to you how important it is. I was on a call earlier today and with leadership in international, and when they're trying to do referrals and they're searching through our white pages, they will just completely bypass people that don't have images. Because are you going to do business with somebody you can't see and you don't know what they look like, and it's just a random square with a question mark on it?
Right. No.
Right. So we got to have our image everywhere, on our web page, on our business cards, in our emails, in all of our like Zillow account, Redfin, all those that you should have registered already. They need to have your profile and your information and contact. Now, if you have a team logo, you can go ahead and add that in there as long as it's already been approved by leadership. If not, the standard one is the KW, which should be on everybody's website currently at this time. If it's not, get with me and we can fix that. So we're going to keep scrolling down where it says My Details. Everything should already be pre-populated, but let's all individually go through on our own and check through to make sure it's all correct. First, last name, your license number, and your title. All those lovely things need to be accurate. Is everything accurate?
Are we referred to as real estate salesperson, or are we realtors? What are we?
The auto population says real estate salesperson, but you can make it a real estate agent or realtor.
Okay.
Is everybody's up to date?
Yep.
Perfect. So under affiliations, if you are affiliated with military in any form or fashion, this is where you're going to set this up right here. Does everybody see that?
Mm-hmm.
Military affiliation. So if you click on it, you can scroll through the different things. There's active duty, reserves, veteran, and military spouse. And if you click on spouse, it pulls up an additional area for you to specify which type of spouse you are for which service and which branch.
Okay.
Cool. So make sure, does everybody have their biography written?
Mhm.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, maybe, sometimes.
Yes. Yes,
Ah.
kind of.
Okay.
Yes.
If you don't, there will be a placeholder there, but it is very important for you to write your own biography, simply because it's how people are going to relate to you. And it's what value do you bring to the people that you are going to be assisting in buying a home. So it's better to not have something generic. It's good to be specific as to what you do, what your talents are, and what you've accomplished in your life. Make sense?
Yep.
Awesome. So continually scrolling down, let's also just make sure that our phone numbers, contact information, all that is correct. And then of course, depending upon if you're with Stockton, if you're with Tracy, Lodi, then your logo right here for the brokerage should be accurate. Again, all this information should be pre-populated, so we're just making sure that it's correct. When we get down to compliance, we need to make sure that it says each office is independently owned and operated in each of our areas. It's just a little bit of legal information. Now, as we scroll down to the social options, I'm sure we all have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and LinkedIn. Or if we don't, I would recommend that you definitely need to have your Facebook business page and maybe one other social media. I specifically only focus on Facebook and Instagram. I feel that Twitter, YouTube, and LinkedIn, they're all great, but I can't focus on more than 2 things at once, especially when you're dealing with marketing and branding yourself. Your focus should just remain on 2, and the 2 you pick are completely what's best for you. But this is the area in which you can add those links, so they'll show up on the bottom of your web page. Does everybody know how to get that information from the Facebook or Instagram?
No.
Okay, so right here, of course, for Facebook, if I need to go to Facebook to find my information, I just type in Facebook, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And as soon as it pulls it up, I'm going to go to my business page. And then right up here in the top, this URL is what I'm going to copy and paste into that area in Command. Does that make sense to everyone?
Yeah, kind of.
Yes, yes, it does.
So if you go to Facebook, Audrey,
Yes,
and get to your business page,
right.
as soon as it gets on your business page, this little area right here is the information that you're looking for.
Okay.
So you just need
Okay,
to
gotcha.
go in there and highlight it, copy it, and then when you come back into Command, you paste it right there.
Okay.
Same thing for Instagram or YouTube, Twitter, or LinkedIn.
Okay.
Cool. So now once you've made all these changes or made any changes, especially with the military affiliation, you have to make sure and save the information change. Because if you don't save the information change, it's not going to keep all that information relevant.
Okay.
So I'm not gonna have changed because I'm not military and I made that change and I don't need it to save that because I have no affiliation with the military. So we're moving on from that area. Does anybody have any questions over any of that information that we've gone over so far?
Hey, Arthur, can you please scroll back to legal footer text?
Yeah.
Thank you.
I had a question where you said in there, it had to say that each office is independently owned. Where was that at? I missed that part on the.
That's okay. I'm going right back there right now. It's under your marketing profile. And it's towards the bottom of the page. It's under compliance. Legal footer text is each office is independently owned and operated.
Oh,
Did we find it?
yeah, I don't have that in mind.
Okay, then just type it in there and then make sure you save it so it'll populate.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. All righty. Any other questions regarding the marketing profile and its information and content?
Arthur, I sent you a question. There's a glitch in my website. If you can please fix it.
Yes, we can work on that after the fact, but I
Okay.
mean, well, I mean, actually,
later on.
no, that's because we do need to look into the website information. So let's do that right now.
All right, good.
Okay, it looks like your website on the About Me page. Okay. So if we go back into consumer, which is this applet right here,
Mhm.
it's going to take us immediately to our agent site pages.
Okay.
And for instance, on yours, you said it was under About Me, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
And yeah.
So then you're going to click on these little meatballs right here. It's the 3 dots. Click on it, click edit. It's going to open up that web page for you.
Oops. Okay.
Are we there?
Yeah, I'm seeing it.
Yes.
About
Okay.
me.
So when you make sure that this is, you got to make sure that's highlighted where it says agent profile. And then you go down to where it says configure widgets. Do you see that?
Mhm.
On the right side, right?
Correct. On the right-hand side towards the bottom, it says configure widgets.
Okay.
So if you click on that, then it pulls up your agent profile information where you should be able to scroll down and you can remove under role and company where it says the basic information of Nina Royals.
Oh, got it. Okay.
You
All
see
right.
that in there? If you just highlight that, delete it, and then click save and apply, it'll change the page. But then you also have to remember to hit publish so it makes it go live with the correct information.
Okay, good. Thank you, Arthur.
You're very welcome. All right.
Hi, Arthur. I have a question. Is
Uh-huh.
this where we go to edit our profile all the time, or is that just because she had a computer glitch?
This was just for a computer glitch in
Okay.
the website. For
Okay.
you to change the profile information, that's always going to be right here under your name, under settings. Under connect settings and your marketing profile.
Okay, great. Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome. All right. So now if we don't have any more questions about that, let's move into the home.
Just one
page.
more real quick, sorry.
Oh, go right ahead.
Okay, so on mine, under that consumer about us, there's 3 of them there. 2 say about, one says about us, one says about me, and one says contact us. But the date's all the same. Why is that?
That's just the information as to when they were originally created. Because if you look at the screen right now, when I started, I believe it's Scott Leroy, they're the ones that initially put this all together. So my top 3, which are contact us, about me, and download my app, were all created on the same date right here.
I see.
And then as you see up here, there's other things that I've added to my website and it's a different date.
Okay.
So that's just the date that it's created.
Okay.
Arthur, where did you pull those other, I guess those would be widgets from, like testimonials, blog?
Well, okay, then let's just come straight to here and we'll do that. So for testimonials, it's a two-parter. First, you have to create the landing page. Does everybody know how to create a landing page?
No.
Yes.
Okay, well, I will walk you through the landing page first. So we're going to create a new landing page. Is everybody on Consumer Applet? And in the middle, there's a tab called Landing Pages. Are we all there?
Yes.
Great. So let's click on Create a New Page. You don't want the page to be part of your website. We're doing it as
I'm
a
not
landing-
there. Where, I'm sorry, I'm not there. How did you get there to the consumer app?
That's okay. The consumer app, which is down here on the very bottom on the left, if you click that, it brings you to this page that's consumer. Then you have agent sites, landing pages, and guide builder. If you click on landing page, it'll show you what landing pages you currently have open and active.
Okay, great.
Cool. And then we click create a new page. We don't want it to be part of our regular page. We want this to be a landing page, which means it's standalone. It's not part of your website. And if you want people to see it, you have to send them the link for it. And I'll tell you why in just a moment. So you click create page. The first thing that you should always do when you are creating a new page is give it a title. Because once you save it, it's going to go into the rest of the pages. And if you need to come back in to edit it, it does need to have a name so you know what you're looking for. So I'm going to label mine as test page. Simple, easy, nothing complicated. Now, in order to do the testimonial, you're wanting it to be a capture page. So if you look at over here under all these different little widgets, there's agent branding, branding header, lead forms, legal forms, listings, market snap, local experts, and then testimonial capture. So it's really just as simple as grabbing it and dropping it in the center. It populates it all for you. Do you guys see that?
Yeah.
Okay, so that page right there is already said and done. So all I would need to do now is save landing page. Yes, save it. And then it's going to ask me if I want to publish it. Or if it doesn't, we can easily turn it on by coming into landing pages.
Oh, where do you see save? Oh, save landing page.
Right,
Okay,
it's up at the top.
okay.
And then once it's saved, then you can hit publish. Once you publish it, it's going to actually go live on the web. So anybody that you send it to will immediately see what we just created, which will be this. And of course you can, oh, we didn't configure the widget. So that was my fault. See, we make mistakes, my fault. Come back in to edit. Grabbing that testimonial page, configure widget. Sometimes it pulls up this, which if you look right here, it says 0 of 1. So I can click the side button and it's going to take me to the right widget. So here I'm going to put my team name, which will just be Arthur Martinez. Headline text is how did we do? Because it's a testimonial page and I'm wanting people to fill it out. And then I'm just going to leave the rest of it as is because there's already placeholder text that's asking about the experience and how we would rate us. Then I can save and apply. Is everybody following? Am I going too fast?
So
Nope, you're fine.
Okay, cool. Then publish page. I just want to make sure we're all understanding and following along here.
Where did you get the edit for it? So I'm trying to, I've got it up and I'm trying to edit it. So where did you find the edit on it?
Okay, if you've got the, oops, that's the wrong thing there.
I just have headline text.
Right, if you're right here, this whole center section has to be highlighted by clicking on it. See the blue around the edge?
Yes.
And then click configure widget down at the bottom right. Configure widget, and then of course, like I said, sometimes it'll pull this up, but if you look right here where my little cursor is,
Oh, there it is.
0 of 1. So you can slide it sideways and then you can edit any of that information that's right in there.
Mine says this widget cannot be configured.
That would be a glitch because it can. Click out of here, like this top area, just click in here and then come back and try to highlight the widget.
Okay.
Did it highlight for you?
Okay, it looks, your template was successfully updated. It's weird.
What are you seeing, Kathy?
Oh, I see it now. I don't have a team name, I don't think.
No, but your team name can just simply be your first and last name. Because that's what I did for mine as an individual agent. I just put Arthur Martinez because I am not part of the team.
Okay, and then the
And-
headline, okay, here we are to the right.
And then headline is, I put, how did we do? Because this is going to be something that people are going to look at, and it needs to be self-explanatory in order for them to fill out the page and then give us that information that we want.
Okay, I think all right, now I did it. I just was clicking on the wrong. Okay, perfect.
And then make sure that you always click save and apply at the bottom, because if you don't, it won't save any of the changes that you've just done.
So
Okay.
Arthur, considering this is not part of our regular normal page, where do we actually identify our DRE number or our KW information?
So underneath this, you're going to come over here and you can do one of two things actually. If you do agent branding right here, you can throw that at the top of the page, and then there's all of your DRE information.
Okay.
So now we have built this page. Let me go in here and configure the widget. I'm just looking through it to see that all my information is accurate and correct, so I can save and apply. Let's publish it to go live.
Now, is that connected to our regular website, or do we have to send that to them?
No, if you're wanting somebody to do the testimonial page, you're going to highlight this right here and go copy, and then just send them an email. They'll click on that link and it will take them directly here.
Okay, and that will show up on our website, though. If someone were to go to our website, they could find it.
Yes,
Okay,
because, and I'll show you
Okay.
on mine, because right now we're just creating the form that we would be
Okay.
sending to people for them to do the testimonial, because this is what they'd see. It's an active live web page. It has my information. And of course I would center that so it's more in the center of the page, but I'm just going to leave it for right now's purposes.
okay,
Where they're going to scroll down, read all this information, fill this out, and then give us a rating and a review. Once they hit save and send, then if you've already created the web pages for it, then trying to get back to my website, there we go. And I'll show you what it looks like on an actual web page. I unfortunately don't have any testimonials to speak about at the moment. Why aren't we opening? Come on. Come on.
We do.
It's thinking very long and hard about this.
So Arthur, what is the importance of them putting down their address?
Address
it's-
there.
So they're not, I mean, I could see first name, last name, but everything is red starred. Why put does anybody else see this but me?
no, I see it
Yeah,
too.
at
That's a
the
good
bottom-
question, yeah.
At the bottom, it says, there's a little paragraph there, a sentence.
Yeah, into your address, and it looks like it starred, so you have to put it in.
Right here.
Yeah,
Well, you can, because the point of this is for them to be an actual client that, like, say you just sold them a home and they're going to say, thank you for helping me sell this home at blah, 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 123 Main Street.
okay, so
And that
who
way
are
you'll
they?
know it's an actual valid testimonial versus somebody just got a hold of your testimonial page and is putting stuff up there.
And it looks like it's gonna say, like, if I left a review, Karen F. Client since whatever date.
Right,
That's-
exactly, exactly. So like, for instance, on my web page here, I need a second screen. Okay, so when they go in and they add the testimonial, it's going to automatically pop itself right in here. But of course, as I said, I don't have any testimonials, and you have to set that up with the web page. Otherwise, the testimonials don't have anywhere to go when they submit them. Does that make sense?
Wait,
Mhm.
say that one more time, Arthur.
So we just created the testimonial page, which is, if you're sending this to anyone, they're going to
Yes.
fill this out.
Mm-hmm.
Now, once they fill that out, you also have to create the web page, which I can show you how to do next. That's for the testimonials.
Gotcha.
So as soon as someone fills out my testimonial page, it automatically populates right here.
Gotcha. Okay.
But I guess
Part two.
my question is whether or not somebody's testimonial that gets populated to your page, everybody reads the testimonial, but did they actually see the person's address? Did they see the personal information from that? Like, I would rather just have, first name or first initial, last name, rather than email, address, all that kind of stuff.
So let's test it here on myself, because I already have a live one going.
I was gonna say, Arthur, you should send us all that link and we'll all review you. Then you can see my work.
That's a good idea, right?
Nice. Well, only if you're all going to be kind to me.
Audrey, just
Of course.
Audrey, just take a picture of his screen right now because the address is there.
Fantastic.
True. Okay.
Oh, give yourself
I
a
am
5.
previewing my testimonial and submitting it. Now, when I come back to my web page and
What you looking at?
He just showing us some things.
Oh,
maybe I have to edit it first
okay.
in here. Edit testimonials from our clients. Oh, look at that. It's already selected. I'm a fantastic agent. Save the
There you
slide.
go, see?
Arthur, can you do video testimonials in the command?
As of right now, it's not available. However, if you do have a Google business page, they can do that on the Google business page, and then we can just redirect it to the KW site.
Okay.
So those things are possible, just not directly from command. On internet here in the Stockton office is being very fun today.
Mm.
There it is.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so they don't post their address, it's just for
It does not
us.
give the information. It just tells you where I'm from, Stockton, and that I'm a client since 2005, and it's me from Stockton, and I gave myself a great review.
Awesome
Yay!
start.
There's
Right.
one thing wrong with that, Arthur.
Uh-huh.
It's not a 5. We would have all
Well, I
given you
mean-
a 5.
I
Yeah.
was a little grumpy with myself this morning, so I'm only going to give myself a 4 today.
Okay.
Okay. So-
Arthur, just a quick question.
Yeah.
I followed you on this. On the headline text,
Uh-huh.
how did you change that headline to the word testimonials there? Or how did we do?
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so if you're in your landing page and you highlight this part right here, which is the testimonial capture, and go into configure widget on the bottom right hand corner.
Hang on a second, I gotta minimize this so I can see where you're at. Where you,
Oh, yeah.
and my all of mine is staying kind of gray. It's not lightening up white either.
When you float over it, it doesn't light up.
No,
Did you
it's all
configure widgets?
Are you able to hover over it and see where it says testimonial capture in the right-hand corner or left-hand corner at the top here?
No, it does not say that. It says agent branding, lead form.
So then scroll down a little bit
Widget.
further, because if you
It
put
says widget not configured.
so then click on configure widget on the bottom right-hand corner. And then you should be able to toggle between both of the widgets that's there for branding and testimonial capture.
But it still stays gray.
Let's
Yeah,
see
there's
here.
no color. It's, you know, the background's all gray. And it still says widget not configured.
So do this. Click on it and just hit delete to where you have nothing on the screen but a blank white.
Okay, where do you want me to click delete at?
Oh, get the testimonial.
Oh no, it's not going to delete the testimonial, but just hit delete on everything that's there. So all you have is a white screen. Click it and hit delete.
Oh, I know what I gotta do. I gotta go to the corner there.
I think it's gray until he saves it the first time.
Correct. But if he's not able to even click on it, then deleting it and coming back and adding a new one is also an easier solution.
Right. I did have a question real quick about the we versus I. If you're not a team, you're by yourself, would you put we still or I?
I like to leave it as we, because technically, even if you are an agent that's solo, you're still going to have a TC. You're going to have other people like a lender and other folks that are helping you with the transaction. So you are technically a team because there's a we that's helping this transaction, not just an I.
Okay. Thanks.
Arthur, I've deleted everything except for the body.
Okay. Yeah, the body you can't delete. The body's going to stay there.
Okay, and it's still gray.
Okay, so then if it's still gray, that's strange. Do you see on the bottom where it says one, like right here on mine, it says once you're happy with the layout, you can tailor it and click widgets in the sidebar. Is that showing up on yours?
No.
Okay. So then for you, let's go ahead and just get out of that completely.
Good evening,
Don't
this is
save any
Janice.
changes.
Janice, you're not muted.
And then let's recreate that page. So just delete it completely, and then we'll create a new page again.
Okay.
Create a new page as a landing page, and then create page. First thing you should do is give it a title.
Hang on a second, I screwed up. Did the
That's
wrong
okay.
thing. Or did maybe not. I am okay. We're on. All right, we got a white body now.
Awesome. So make sure in the top left corner, give it a name. It makes it infinitely easier to find later on. I've done it before, and then I'm like, oh, I know I need to put a name.
Yep.
Now, once you've given it a name, on the right-hand side, underneath widgets, you can start with agent branding,
Okay.
throwing that into the body. And then it should automatically pop up and populate with all of your branded information.
I got agent profile. Is that what I want? Agent profile?
The agent branding, it should be the top left one under widgets. Did you go into a landing page, or did you go as part of your web page?
Okay, I probably screwed. That's where I screwed up.
Because it gives you different widgets for the different sides.
Okay, so I need to get out of here and go back.
Yep, and then just create a new page as a landing page, not as part of your website.
As a landing page, right? Okay.
And then under widgets, it should say agent branding as the top left widget.
Yeah, okay.
Now, once you grab that and throw it into the body, that should already be set and good to go. So then we're going to be in the widget section on the right again and scroll down to where it says testimonial capture form.
Okay,
Grab that one and put it underneath the agent profile or the agent branding. So then you should
Okay.
have two things there.
yeah, mine's gray, yours is blue.
Well, mine is also gray. See, okay, you can see my screen right here. It says it's gray because it says widget is not configured.
Okay,
So if you click in that gray area, it's going to highlight it. And then you move your mouse over to the bottom right corner where it says configure widgets. And click
Okay.
that button. Now, once you click that button, it's going to bring you here that there's nothing there. But if you look right up here in this little corner, it says 0 of 2. So slide that arrow to the right, and then it brings up your two different widgets that you can customize. Right here, do you see this?
Yeah, I've got 1 and 2.
Okay, then you should be able to change those now, but just scroll over to testimonial capture. And then it should bring up team name, headline, description.
Oh, okay,
And then this is where you can change that information. Under team name, you put your first and last name unless you're part of a team. Under headline, that's where I put how did we do?
okay.
Is all this making sense to everyone?
Yes, yes.
Okay, good. Good.
Okay, Arthur, how do we get back to the widgets?
It depends on where you are, but the easiest way to get back to it is this. Do you see this arrow right here where it says testimonial capture?
Um,
If you click sideways and then click done, it'll take you back to the widgets.
Okay, now, do I want to, now that I've got this part done, do I want to click on save and apply?
Yes, you do want to click save and apply, and it should make those active changes in the center of your screen.
Oh, okay,
Cool. Now, if everything on there is all set like you want it to be, then you have publish page in the top right corner, and it publishes it live.
got it. Are you sure
Cool.
you want it? Yes.
how do I change this? I don't want that.
Now, when you say publish live, what exactly does that mean?
It means that if I sent you this capture testimonial information right here, do you see where my mouse cursor is?
Yes.
It's saying that this page is active on the web, and anybody that has that link can go to it and use it.
Okay. It's not
Versus-
just blasted out there for everybody to see. It's only certain.
Nobody
Places.
can see it right now unless I send them the link.
Okay.
Yeah, I was
Gotcha.
saying that it wouldn't show, that it was showing in a draft status until I hit that one link that you just said. To
Right,
publish.
to publish it, exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. And the point of it is, because we don't want this just to be out there willy-nilly for everybody. This is a
Right.
link for when you close a deal with someone, you're going to send them a personal email and be like, thank you, this has been a great, whatever your verbiage is going to be. Please would you please take 2 minutes and give me a testimonial? That's what this is for.
Okay, good.
And then, of course, the next step in the process would be to create your website page that can house those testimonials for you.
Right. Okay.
Does that make sense? Does everybody know how to build these pages?
No,
You walk through that step 2 one more time, please.
For the,
Build in the testimonial page.
okay, gotcha. So if we come into here, well, let me just start from the beginning because you guys don't have a page already. We're going to create new page on my agent site, because this one you want it to be part of the site. This one's not going to be a landing page. So you click create page, and the first thing we do, of course, is we title it testimonial page, because I already have a capture. Secondly, we're going to come down, and I think the easiest app, or not app, widget to have on the bottom of every page is download my app. Does anybody know why?
So they'll download your app.
Absolutely. So they can see it, and the more they see it, the more they're going to want to use it. So we have that widget right there. Has everybody done that as well? They've labeled their page and then put the download my app widget in the body.
Mhm.
Yes.
Great.
I missed that.
All righty. Have you started a new page that is part of your web page, not a landing page? Are we there, Chris?
Yeah, I got you.
Oh, cool. Gotcha. So then after you have the download my app widget there, you're going to come to the widgets, and right beside download my app is testimonial capture form, but we're looking for the one right above it that says testimonial list. Grab it, put it on top of the download my app. Makes sense?
Yep.
So now we're going to have to configure the widget. So come into the body, click on this top one, and then bottom right corner, configure widgets.
So if you put the wrong testimonial, can you delete that?
Yes, you do have complete control in selecting, see right here, can everybody see where it says my testimonial list right on the side over here?
Yes.
So once you customize all this information, you can come through and say you have 45 testimonials. You'll be able to click browse and select the ones you want or don't want on your web page.
Oh, you can do that.
Have complete control.
Ah,
So I'm going to assume that we're notified through Kelly when we get a testimonial, right?
Yes,
A little red dot up top.
exactly. It'll be a little red dot. Then you can come in here to the editing of your page and select if you want that one to be a part of it or not.
Okay.
So of course, the rest of the process here is just filling out the headline, your intro text, making sure that all of these are checked because these are things that you want to have shown on there because it's going to help show that you closed many deals in XYZ neighborhood in this city by these people and this long, which is all good stuff. Then as with all the widgets, you're going to save and apply because we don't really have to do anything to the download my app widget. It's already set and good to go.
Before you go any further, how did you get to the client details and that? Because I'm right now I have the from our clients, and I've got that list, and it says down at the bottom, if you're happy, click configure widgets. I did that, and now I've got back to the widgets again, and I'm still gray.
Okay, so then let me get out of this. Gray just means the widget hasn't been configured and isn't saved.
Okay,
So-
that's where I'm at, is right there where you're at right now.
Okay, so if you click on this screen right here that is gray, just once, and then come over here to configure widget, it should take you right to the testimonial list, or at least where you can toggle between the two widgets.
Okay, that's where all right.
And then when you're in there, the only widget you need to configure is the testimonial list.
Okay, and we're not going to do anything with the headline.
You don't have to, but I like to follow what it says in there, because the headline is going to be what you see in the gray where it says from our clients. So you should put from our clients in the headline.
Okay. Oh, we should put that over here too.
Right, because if you don't put it there, once you save and apply, it's going to go blank.
Okay.
And the intro text is just very similar to what you're like a small, maybe 2-3 bullet point that's turned into a sentence, little information about you, because it's talking about this is who you are, and everything underneath that is going to be your testimonials that come in from your clients.
Okay. So we'd want to do in that intro to text, that's where we would put just a little bit of information on ourselves.
Correct, just a little
Okay.
blurb.
Okay.
Mhm. As you can see in the gray part of the screen, it's talking about Nina is a true Austin original. Native to the area, her front row seat to Austin's ever-evolving landscape has shaped her approach to real estate. So it's almost like your bio, but a little more succinct.
Okay.
Now, after you have all that information entered, then you save and apply, and of course, publish the page.
Mhm.
Does that make sense to everyone?
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay. Now,
So I click on save and apply and it's not doing a thing.
try to click on the body, and then it should allow you to save and apply. If you've made changes?
And save and apply gets a black line around it, but nothing happens.
Okay, on that same right-hand side, is there an arrow up near the top where you could toggle the two that'll take you back to the widgets function? It should be on the left.
Oh, okay.
In the top right section on the left.
Yeah, it says configure widgets, and then I have testimonial list, and then I have download my app.
So did it change any of the information in the center, or does it still say?
Now we have download my app, and let's see here, from our clients. Okay, we got to change all that. All right. But it's still gray there.
Okay, well, for you and I can meet tomorrow via Zoom, and we can work that out on you, because I'm not sure exactly what's happening there, but we can definitely work that out.
Okay.
But we are at 6:58. I can't believe the class went by so quickly. So what I'd like to have done, I'm going to put my email in the chat, because what I'd like to have happen is for next week, or not next week, next week will be Danny teaching the Twilight session. And I want her to, of course, teach and do whatever that she needs to do, but we're going to continue on the same path of command, because I hope we brought some value today and we learned some stuff. But we
Yes,
can all
absolutely.
get our websites up to par, like with mortgage calculators, with trusted vendors. I can't even think, a blog, and then of course the testimonial capture. And we can do all that in a group setting, or you guys can set an appointment with me via Zoom or in person, and we can make all this happen. But of course, my goal as the MCTT for the Central Valley is to assist all of you in getting your command system set where you're going to be able to use all of the systems to do your follow-up, in addition to making your life easier and more streamlined, so you're not having to jump from one thing to the next. For those of you that have already done a few transactions, there's a new thing that's come down for all of the car forms that we normally have to go to zip forms for.
I saw that,
and
yeah.
go into DocuSign. Did I send you the email?
You did, you sent me the email and then there's a video. So I saw
Yeah.
the video before the
Right.
class. Yeah.
Right. So it's just showing you how to integrate that. So when you're in opportunities and you click your DocuSign room, you no longer have to go to zip forms unless you just want to. Once you link it, you'll be able to pull any form and adapt it, send it out for signatures through opportunities in DocuSign, which streamlines the whole process. So now, of course, you can still go and use zip forms if you want to, but it's not a necessity anymore.
Okay, now this is a question. I know that the broker wants us to load up all the transactions that we write for each of our clients. So this will automatically upload so they can see it all? I mean,
Yes,
okay, so that's one benefit of going through that way. Okay.
correct.
Whether it's canceled or not. So they still want everything uploaded.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. So, but I will, if everybody sends me an email, with like what topics they want to have covered in the next command class. That will be helpful. That way I can tailor the class instead of just bouncing around, because I want to be purposeful for you guys, but I also
Mhm.
want to answer questions and things that you're having struggles with currently.
Okay, and I have one question too on the KW app.
Mm-hmm.
I can bring it up, but I'll also send it to you in an email. In the last app, when the client was using it and they would click on a home that they wanted to see, they could actually utilize their GPS and it would take them to it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if it's in there, I don't know how to access it, but it was on the old app before. So it was really nice if they decide they want to see this one or a bunch of them that day, they could just click on it. It would give them instructions on how to drive there.
Mhm.
I will do a little bit of research because I want to say that that function is still there, but I will have to look into that and I will get back to you.
Okay, great. Because I couldn't find it. I know that was a big thing that they liked in the last app.
Convenience.
I've heard of that
Absolutely.
too. Mhm.
Yes.
Right.
Absolutely.
Okay.
All right, you guys. Well, it was a great class. I hope everybody learned something today,
Oh,
and I look
yes.
forward to seeing
Yes.
you next time.
Thank
Okay, thank
you.
you so
I
much,
like your
Arthur.
polo too, Arthur.
Well, thank you.
Good night.
Oh, wait, before I let you go, let me do a quick snapshot or Michelle will have my head.
Uh,
3,
All 24 of us, right?
right?
Let's do
woohoo,
it.
3, 2, 1.
woohoo.
Awesome. Thank you guys very much. Enjoy your
Okay, good
evening,
night,
and we'll see you
everyone.
soon.
Okay.
Thank you.
Good night.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Bye.
Arthur.
Bye.